Hey folks, welcome to the Get to Know Your Artist first episode of season 31. So that's because season 31 has just kicked off today. It's kicking off today, I should say, because tonight is the first episode, the premiere of the WOAFM99 Radio Show and Podcast season 31. So you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that stuff. Okay, but this is the companion video episode where I give you a take on some of the artists that have made it on the show, and also a list of all the other artists actually who are on the show today, new acts and established acts from WOA, all that kind of stuff. And also this is exclusive to my channel, okay, on YouTube. So if you do want to follow us here on YouTube, please click that notification bell, click subscribe obviously, and like the video, because that helps the algorithm and helps us take the show further, and helps us take the music further as well. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a lowdown of what's coming up tonight on the show. This is sort of your preview to what's going to happen, including my take on a few of the acts and some special WOA updates that you might be interested in. So we do have, this is in no particular order, okay? I'm going to be reading out the artist names. We've got Crooner Red, WOA artist Crooner Red, who by the way is going to be part of the Independent Blues Project. He's worked on a brand new single. I've added stuff to that song as producer and a guitar player, so I'm very excited for you guys to hear that. But today I'm going to be playing a different song by Crooner Red, so you got to tune in tonight to know what that song is, and I think you're going to love it. We then have The Key Rocks. Now, some of you might be fans of The Key Rocks because, it's Kevin Murphy, okay? Kevin Murphy is The Key Rocks from Ireland, and a lot of our hardcore WOA listeners will know Kevin Murphy and, The Key Rocks, because we did play some of his music back in a few years ago, and he made it into a couple of our top albums that charted around the world, and then he went on to hit #1 on iTunes in the UK, all that kind of beautiful stuff. Okay, so this is his brand new single releasing on the 10th of July, and you get to listen to it today for the first time ever. No one else has heard this song, and you get to listen to it on WOAFM99. Yeah, so we then have Henry Herschel, a new WOA artist. Again, tune in tonight to hear the song. Very cool track coming in. Brand new single, by the way. I don't think it's hit any other radio stations yet. It's a country song, and I quite like it. Chilled out country is what I call it. We then have my friend Juice the Black Beethoven. So we're going to be playing one of his songs that hit the Billboard Top 10 in the blues album charts with my album, The Independent Blues Project. So tune in to know what song that is if you don't know already. And also another reason I'm playing Juice today is because he's just sent in his final song for the Independent Blues Project Part 2, which you will get to know as the season continues, because that album releases very soon. Okay, so Juice the Black Beethoven. We then have The Cautious Ark, who's just hit #1 in America 3 days ago and hit the UK top 10 at #6, I believe, on Amazon yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? One of those days. And so he's doing really well. His album is called Flipside Cabaret, and we're going to be playing one of the lead singles from that album. Congrats to The Cautious Ark, Joseph from The Cautious Ark, for this wonderful success he's been having with the swing jazz album. Really cool. We then have Jacques Penna from France with a French song. This is, this song, I really had to play this song because we've been playing a lot of blues music by Jacques Penna, and this is one of his songs. It still falls in the blues category, but it actually took me back, like classic rock almost. And it made me remember the 90s, when I was a kid, and just getting into proper my bands and my cover bands and all that stuff. And this song sort of took me back in time. I don't know how it did it. That's the beauty of some songs, isn't it? It's like time travel, and I've talked about it on the show tonight. Okay, so don't forget to tune in to get to know what song I'm talking about. Even though it's in French, you just understand the song. That's the beauty of music. It's amazing. Speaking of French songs, today we've got French, English, and we also have Italian. I have been playing a few Italian songs on my show because I love the Italian language just as Portuguese, and these are the languages I love because songs, especially in Italian, sound really amazing, really beautiful. It's got that sexy sound to it. And we've got this artist called, let me read the name out properly, Emanuele Masciori and Chiara Pomiato. Now they're these Italian singer-songwriters. Beautiful track coming up tonight. You got to tune in for that. We also have the Silvers, okay, the WOA artists, the Silvers, who are coming in with one of their more alt rock tracks tonight, and they're riding high on their brand new album, which hit the charts in the UK. So congrats to Mick and the guys. So tune in tonight to know more about the song. It's a long list of songs today, mainly because it's the premiere. So there's many songs that we could add because it's the premiere, and we had a little more time to sort of add more songs. And by the way, next week we've got an artist joining me live in the studio, and it's Kit Chapman. And speaking of Kit Chapman, we're going to be playing one of Kit Chapman's songs today, Kit Chapman and her band. A beautiful track that I'm going to tell you all about the song tonight. And then we also have Leave the Bones, Jeremy Bogan from Costa Rica. So his EP, his latest EP called Fool's Gold, has just hit today as I'm talking to you. Just as before I got into the studio, we got the news that he came in at number 2. He debuted at number 2 on the Amazon UK Hot New Releases folk album charts. Okay, so his songs are very singer-songwriter, takes you back to the original singer-songwriter days, and you got to tune in tonight to hear the title track of his EP. So, after Leave the Bones, we've got some new acts. Hopefully, some of them make it into your radar, because when they do make it into our fans' radars, and you add it to playlists, and you put comments, and you share, these guys get into the nomination list, or at least the pre-nomination list for the WO Music Awards, which is, by the way, happening in the summer of 2027. Okay, so we will actually be having the awards at the end of this year. Like, we'll be announcing the winners, the nominees, all of that stuff. But the awards ceremony is happening in 2027, in August of 2027, when we're going to have our major WOA summer tour, summer festival and tour in Portugal and the Mediterranean. Okay, so big stuff coming up there. So here are the artists that I quite liked, and they've made it into our certified indie songs of the week. I'm going to read it out. We've got Gail Silverman, ex Mystic Femmes, okay, and Mystic Femmes, basically. Very cool sort of singer-songwriter, but more produced rather than a raw-sounding singer-songwriter. Then we've got Roger Palmer. We've played Roger Palmer in the past, and this is one of his more sort of country-oriented tracks that we've got in today. He's made it into the premiere, so congrats. Then we've got an artist called Celeste Marie Wilson. I really hope you listen to this song tonight, because the title of this track totally got me. I mean, she actually made the show because of the title of the song, and then after I heard the song, I actually fell in love with the song as well, so it's really cool. And then we've got TJ Spencer, blues. Okay, you know me with blues. I've charted on the Billboard Top 10 in blues like 5 times, I think. So any blues song, whether it's highly produced or it's indie and it's very raw, I like them all. Like, literally, I like them all. Especially if you've got some great guitar work on it, you're gonna get on my show. Okay, so TJ Spencer, I'm loving this track by him. Then we've got Brian Torf, also blues, but more jazz blues, you know. And I quite like the jump blues feel, you know, that kind of sound. If you're a blues player, you know what I'm talking about. So stick around for TJ Spencer and Brian Torf. They're very, it's not very commercialized blues, you know. To be honest, I mean, the songs I produce for blues, when it hits the Billboard charts for other artists as well, we do have to make it a little more slick in terms of production. But when I hear the songs raw, like Brian Torf and TJ Spencer, I can envision how this song could get to the next level, because the core of the songs are so cool. Anyway, I've spoken more about it on tonight's show, so be sure to tune in. We then have 2 more acts who end the show for us. One is Maverick Smith. Very close sound to Janis Joplin, unfortunately. All I could think of was Janis Joplin when I heard this song, so I've talked more about it. So you gotta let me know if you agree with me on that, okay, tonight. And then last but not least, this is, by the way, not in any particular order, but on the list tonight is Beth Reed Bauman. Again, a very singer-songwriter. I'm quite excited about the singer-songwriters that I'm discovering and the team is discovering, because we are focusing also, aside from, you know, the great music or the radio-ready songs, we're also looking at singer-songwriters and guys or girls who are really good with their lyrics, you know, and they don't necessarily have to have radio-ready songs, because those singer-songwriter tracks could get on our show, and because of our reach, which hits over 1 million fans and industry insiders, songs could get into licensing, film, other compilations, and also, very importantly for singer-songwriters, you could have a manager of a major artist or a semi-major artist take your song, or want to take your song, to reproduce them and make them into commercial tracks, so that's one of the benefits of singer-songwriters, because some of the music we've heard, songs especially, the songwriting has been absolutely phenomenal. So those are the acts that have made our show tonight, and I'm hoping you tune in. And we've got a great season coming up. So every week we're going to have a WOAFM99 show, but also the format changes. So one day it's going to be just music. The next week it's going to be an in conversation episode. So it's either an artist or a music business industry professional, or a producer, anything that can, or even from different industries that can help independent artists while on the road, mental health, in the studio, all that kind of stuff, right? Financial stuff. We also had, I remember having someone who was really cool with finance, who helped a lot of independent artists navigate the world of music business in terms of finance, So all that kind of stuff is going to come through. So every week is something different. And also, when we do have an artist in the studio, physically present for an in conversation episode, it's also going to turn out to become a jam, okay, like a tiny desk jam, like on NPR. So we're planning that out, and we're hoping. I think we've got Trevor Sewell, friend of mine from the Real Indie Project, from my band, from my production group of the Grammys. He's a Grammy nominee. He's going to be coming in for one of my concerts in Portugal very soon, and I'm going to get him in the studio, and we're both guitar players, so we're both going to be doing some crazy jams for you guys live on my channel. And then of course it'll be recorded, the audio section for the WOAFM99 audio, long form audio radio show and podcast. Okay, so exciting times for season 31, and I hope you subscribe and like my channel here on YouTube. But also, if you listen to WOAFM99 on Spotify or Apple or wherever, please do consider giving us a 5-star review there, because that takes the show further. And it's all about the music, independent music getting to more people. And that's it. I hope you enjoy the music coming up tonight on the WOAFM99 radio show and podcast. And I'll see you again next week. Oliver Sean signing out. Ciao.